The year is 1937. The Hindenburg, a symbol of German technological prowess, is aflame. A marvel of engineering, this airship represented the future of transatlantic travel. Yet, in a chilling twist of fate, it became a haunting image of catastrophe. On that fateful day in May, the sky over Lakehurst, New Jersey, was lit by a blazing inferno as the Hindenburg met its untimely end. Its fiery descent forever changed the face of airship travel. But what caused the fire that led to this horrific disaster? Could the pride of German engineering have been its own downfall? Let's dive into the mechanical failure theory. This theory suggests that a mechanical fault within the airship could have been the spark that ignited the disaster. The Hindenburg, a marvel of its time, was a complex machine. It was powered by 4 reversible diesel engines, each capable of generating up to 1,050 horsepower. The airship also contained a vast network of gas cells filled with hydrogen, which gave it its buoyancy. But with such complexity comes the potential for failure. Some experts believe that a leak in one of these hydrogen-filled gas cells could have been the culprit. If hydrogen, which is highly flammable, had leaked and come into contact with a spark or heat source, it could have ignited a fire. This fire could have then spread rapidly throughout the airship, leading to the disaster we all know. Supporting this theory is the fact that the Hindenburg had experienced mechanical issues in the past. During its initial test flights, the airship had encountered problems with its engines and gas cells. However, these issues were deemed resolved before the ill-fated flight to Lakehurst, New Jersey. But here's the kicker. The fire started at the tail of the airship, which is where the majority of the gas cells were located. Coincidence? Maybe, but it certainly adds weight to the mechanical failure theory. And let's not forget that the Hindenburg was a flying machine subjected to the elements. Weather conditions, particularly lightning, could have caused a mechanical failure. Airships are not immune to lightning strikes, and a single bolt could have ignited a hydrogen leak. However, critics of the mechanical failure theory argue that the Hindenburg was built with numerous safety measures designed to prevent such a disaster. They point out that the airship had made multiple successful flights before the disaster, suggesting that a catastrophic mechanical failure was unlikely. Could a simple mechanical glitch have caused such a catastrophe? We may never know for sure, but one thing is certain. The mechanical failure theory adds another layer of intrigue to the enduring mystery of the Hindenburg disaster. Or could a single human mistake have led to the downfall of the Hindenburg? A chilling thought, isn't it? The possibility that one small error could have such catastrophic consequences is a sobering reminder of our human fallibility. Let's delve into this theory. Imagine the scene. The Hindenburg, a marvel of engineering, cruising through the sky. It's a testament to human achievement, but also to human error. Picture the crew, bustling with activity, maintaining this behemoth of an airship. Now envision a simple oversight, a moment of inattention, a brief lapse in protocol. Perhaps it was something as minor as a valve left slightly open, leaking hydrogen gas into the air, or maybe a crew member, tired from long hours of work, accidentally causing a spark in the wrong place at the wrong time. These little errors, seemingly insignificant in the moment, could have been enough to ignite the highly flammable hydrogen gas that kept the Hindenburg aloft. In the blink of an eye, this technological marvel could have been transformed into a terrifying inferno, a symbol of human tragedy rather than human triumph. It's a theory that's hard to ignore, especially when considering the complex nature of the Hindenburg's design and operation. With so many moving parts and so many people involved, the possibility of human error is not only plausible, it's almost expected. But if this theory holds true, it begs the question, why weren't there more safeguards in place? Could this disaster have been prevented with more stringent safety protocols or better training for the crew? Or was the Hindenburg disaster simply a tragic reminder of the inherent risks of airship travel, a grim testament to the dangers of pushing the boundaries of human achievement? Whatever the case, the human error theory offers a sobering lesson. It reminds us that no matter how advanced our technology, no matter how lofty our ambitions, we are still prone to mistakes. And sometimes, these mistakes can have devastating consequences. Could one small oversight have caused such a monumental disaster? It's a question that haunts us still, a grim reminder of the Hindenburg's fiery end and the fragility of human endeavor. Could the disaster have been a deliberate act of sabotage? Now we delve into one of the most intriguing theories surrounding the downfall of the Hindenburg, the sabotage theory. This theory suggests that the disaster was no accident. but instead, a calculated act of destruction. At the time of the incident, the world was on the brink of war. The geopolitical context was tense, to say the least. Germany, under the reign of the Nazis, was becoming increasingly isolated. The Hindenburg, a symbol of German engineering prowess, was a tempting target for those who wished to strike a blow to the Nazi regime. But who could have had the motive? The potential suspects were many. They ranged from anti-Nazi activists, to commercial competitors, to nations on the brink of war with Germany. The Hindenburg was not just a flying vessel, it was a statement of power and technological advancement. Bringing it down would have had significant symbolic implications. Among the individuals involved, one name stands out: Erich Speil. Speil was a rigger aboard the Hindenburg and had connections to anti-Nazi groups. He had the technical know-how and access to the airship's most vulnerable spots. Yet no concrete evidence has ever linked Speil or any other crew member to a deliberate act of sabotage. While the sabotage theory is indeed captivating, it's not without its challenges. The investigation into the disaster didn't uncover any definitive signs of sabotage. No remnants of a bomb or any other destructive device were found in the wreckage. Ultimately, the theory rests heavily on circumstantial evidence and speculation. Yet the question lingers: could someone have intentionally brought down the Hindenburg? The geopolitics of the time, the potential motives, and the individuals involved all make for a compelling case. While we may never be able to definitively prove or disprove the sabotage theory, it remains an intriguing piece of the Hindenburg disaster puzzle. So we're left to ponder: could someone have intentionally brought down the Hindenburg? As we continue our investigation into this historical mystery, let's keep digging into the theories. Next up, we'll be examining the role of static electricity and the risks of hydrogen gas. Could the elements themselves have conspired to ignite the Hindenburg? As we delve deeper into this mystery, we are drawn towards two captivating theories: static electricity and hydrogen gas. Let's first consider the static electricity theory. In the world of physics, static electricity is a stationary electric charge that is built up on an insulated object. This can be as simple as the spark you see when you touch a doorknob after walking on a carpeted floor. Now, imagine the Hindenburg, a gigantic object floating through the air, brushing against clouds and atmospheric particles. This could have built up a substantial static charge. The theory suggests that when the ground crew grabbed the landing ropes, a spark ignited, causing the devastating fire. Now let's turn our attention to the hydrogen gas theory. The Hindenburg, like many airships of its time, was filled with hydrogen gas, which is highly flammable. The use of hydrogen was a contentious decision, driven by the United States' control over the less flammable helium supply, forcing the German engineers to opt for the more dangerous alternative. The theory suggests that a leak in one of the gas cells could have allowed hydrogen to mix with air, creating a highly explosive environment. Any spark, perhaps from static electricity, a mechanical failure, or even a lit cigarette, could have ignited the gas, causing the tragedy. These theories highlight the inherent risks in the technology of the time. The use of hydrogen gas was a gamble, a risk that, in hindsight, seems reckless. The potential for a static charge to build up on the airship was a danger that might have been overlooked. Could the very technology that gave the Hindenburg flight have doomed it? As we contemplate this question, we are reminded that innovation often comes with risks, and in the case of the Hindenburg, these risks had catastrophic consequences. As we continue our investigation, it's essential to remember that understanding these theories is not just about solving a historical mystery. It's about learning from the past to ensure safer innovations for the future. So what was the true cause of the Hindenburg disaster? We've explored several theories, each with its own compelling evidence. The mechanical failure theory hints at a possible flaw in the design or construction of the airship, a single spark that may have ignited the fire. Then there's the human error theory, a chilling reminder of how a small oversight or lapse in judgment can lead to unimaginable consequences. We also delved into the sabotage theory, an intriguing narrative of geopolitical tensions, hidden motives, and shadowy figures that could have potentially led to the disaster. And let's not forget the static electricity theory, a scientific explanation that posits the fire could have been caused by a buildup of static electricity igniting the hydrogen gas. Finally, the hydrogen gas theory, a stark reminder of the inherent risks associated with using hydrogen, a highly flammable gas, for such a monumental endeavor. Each theory paints a different picture, revealing a piece of the puzzle. Yet despite decades of investigation and countless hours of expert analysis, the mystery remains unsolved. While the world may never know the exact cause, the Hindenburg disaster remains a powerful reminder of the potential dangers of technological progress. What do you think caused the disaster? Share your thoughts in the comments below.